at 10, freeway chaos. A wrong-way driver barrels down the interstate, forcing other drivers to scatter.
Dangerous decisions, from the vodka eyeball to the ice and salt challenge.
That hurts.
And even biting for love. Tonight, the newest trends among teens that could land them in the hospital.
On the rise, from race to sexual orientation, hate crimes in the Beehive State are up. Tonight, the motive behind the hate.
The impact on you. As the deadline to avoid the fiscal cliff looms, Utahns are preparing for what could happen to them if Congress doesn't reach an agreement. Nonstop News at 10 starts right now.
Good evening, I'm Kylie Conway.
And I'm Brent Hunsaker. Tonight, a dangerous man is off the streets after leading Utah Highway Patrol troopers on a high-speed chase going the wrong way on the freeway. And the whole thing was caught on camera by several police dash cams. The night team's Brian Carlson is live in Murray with the exclusive video and how police stopped this driver. Brian.
Yeah, Brent, I want to show you. You can see by these tire tracks that the chase ended right here. State troopers had to slam their squad car into the man's Jeep and then pin him up against this pole just to get him to stop. They say he seemed out of his mind. And as you'll see in this exclusive video, he took them on a wild ride. With guns drawn and tempers flaring, you're watching the moment Utah troopers ended last Friday's chaos on the freeway.
This could have really been a catastrophic incident.
The Highway Patrol says 52-year-old Curtly Green of Taylorsville led them on a high-speed chase going the wrong way against oncoming traffic. You can watch it here in this exclusive dash cam video. A Jeep Grand Cherokee headed west on I-80 near 700 East zooms past a state trooper in the eastbound lanes. Troopers say Green then weaved through cars coming from I-15.
So now the vehicle was going wrong way on the freeway on I-15.
They say Green caused two separate crashes from cars trying to get out of his way. Troopers couldn't catch him until he tried exiting the freeway.
I got him. He's getting off the 45th off-ramp.
You can see from two different angles as troopers rammed into his car to try and stop him. But somehow he got away. When Green got back on the freeway, troopers pulled close enough to see he was smoking a bong pipe.
We don't know for sure at this time what he was smoking, but it's believed he was smoking methamphetamines.
Green got off the next exit, and that's when troopers stopped him for good. UHP quickly surrounded the car. When Green wouldn't follow orders, they smashed their way inside and pulled him out. Troopers say Green offered no reason why he went wild on the freeway. They don't think he could have said much if he tried.
I actually watched medical personnel working on him, and his body started twitching and shaking. It almost looked like he might be going into an overdose.
Now, when blood tests come back in the next 4 to 8 weeks, we should find out what may have been inside this guy's system. In the meantime, as you might imagine, Green is facing a long list of charges, including DUI, reckless driving, and fleeing from police. Reporting live in Murray, Brian Carlson, ABC 4 News Night Team.
New at 10, parents be warned. Your teens could be involved in dangerous new trends like riding in the trunk of a car, biting each other and drawing blood, and some pretty disgusting ways just to get a high. It's not pleasant to talk about, but doctors and even the CDC are sounding the alarm that you need to hear. The Night Team's Christina Rendon is live in studio. Christina.
Well, Kylie, these are things parents have likely never even heard of, but just do a quick YouTube search and you can scroll through all of these videos about teen fads. Now, we want to warn you, the video you're about to see is graphic and may be disturbing to some. The world parents grew up in isn't quite the one teens are living in.
Kids will do what they can to get away with anything.
Exactly what they're doing is dangerous. Take our first fad involving alcohol. Teens are vodka eyeballing, butt chugging, and vodka tamponing.
Today we're going to talk about vodka soaked tampons.
YouTube videos show teens taking shots straight in the eye. Butt chugging, as disgusting as it sounds, lets beer flow through a tube and into a teen's rectum. And girls are inserting vodka-soaked tampons. Utah parents have no idea.
It's bad enough that we're dealing with alcohol issues, let alone new ways to do it. And so that's just scary.
The second fad is called biting, inspired by Twilight. Teens sink their teeth into each other, vampire style, to show their love.
They can emulate what Bella and Edward, have in terms of their romance. They're biting each other, they're drawing blood. It's a way for them to feel closer and more connected.
But watch for an infection from that connection. The biter can get hepatitis, HIV, and 10 to 15% of bites can get infected.
I think that's wacko, and I don't think I would ever do that because that's just weird.
The third is a potentially deadly fad called trunking. New teen drivers aren't allowed to have passengers, so their loophole is letting friends ride in the trunk.
I don't want anyone doing those kind of things. I don't want anyone putting anyone in the trunk of a car.
The Utah Department of Public Safety reports 32 deaths last year in crashes with teens behind the wheel.
They just let themselves become vulnerable to those things, and it's just sad and scary, and if you're not paying attention, you're gonna lose them.
It's impossible to protect them from all of it. You just got to pay attention and see what's going on.
Those are simple steps any parent can take to keep their child safe. The #1 most dangerous fad deals with websites like this one. It involves adults and teens talking to each other online, even exposing themselves. For a full list of the 24 dangerous teen fads, go to our website at abc4.com and click on the orange box. We're live in studio. Christina Rendon, ABC4 News, Night Team.
The night team is going nonstop now. The Salt Lake City School District and its police division are being sued for allegedly targeting only minorities in gang sweeps. The sweeps are meant to keep schools safer. The attorney filing the complaint has a teenage son who was among those rounded up, but insists his son is not a gang member and that the incident humiliated him. No response yet from was heard tonight, but there was damage from a car that ran off the road and into a house. This is 20th West and 7th North in Salt Lake. Police said the car was traveling about 50 miles an hour when it hit that house. That's well above the posted speed limit. A teen with his learner's permit was at the wheel.
New at 10, reported hate crimes are on the rise in Utah. The FBI is out with new numbers that don't bode well for the Beehive State. Dane Hall was attacked last September.
These guys yelled at me. They called me.
He was leaving Club Sound, a gay club in Salt Lake City. He believes the mugging was a hate crime.
And my face went into the curb, and it knocked out some teeth and chipped my teeth right here. And he broke my jawbone right here in 2 places.
The FBI says in Utah during 2011, there were 68 reported hate crimes. That's up just over 7% from the year before. Of those hate crimes, 29 were motivated by race, 16 were over religion, and 14 over sexual orientation.
I just remember all this commotion, and next thing you know, I had this huge bang in the back of my head.
Last April, 23-year-old Jordan Corona was leaving Club Sound, the same club as Hall, and was also attacked.
Don't remember anything because I was out cold from being knocked out.
And he also is convinced it was a hate crime.
I was a very attractive guy, and now I feel really ugly.
Of the other hate crimes in Utah, the FBI reports 8 were motivated by ethnicity or national origin and 1 by disability. Law enforcement agencies reported 6,222 hate crimes nationwide last year. That's a decrease of about 3,500 over 10 years.
Now, ABC4's Pinpoint Weather, Utah's most accurate forecast.
Well, between now and the end of this weekend, not 1, not 2, 3 separate storm systems. The first tracks across Arizona, so we're calling it a southern storm. The second one's farther north. And so is the third. So how much snow are we talking about? The answer in about 10 minutes from now, Kylie.
The night team still going nonstop. A Davis County police officer was very lucky tonight, dodging several bullets while sitting in his patrol car. It happened near 2300 North and 7th West in Sunset. The gunman suddenly opened fire on the car, destroying the laptop computer inside. One bullet nearly hit the officer's head. The gunman was caught, but no word yet why he started shooting.
7 years after they were banned from public land, crosses that honor fallen Utah Highway Patrol troopers are back, this time on private land. A new memorial was installed in Linden this week, overlooking I-15. There are 15 crosses, 1 for every trooper killed in the line of duty. You'll remember the old crosses were removed after a lengthy legal battle. The courts ruled that they were a religious expression.
Officials in Hilldale and Colorado City will have to travel to Arizona to fight charges from the U.S. government. Both cities are being sued by the Department of Justice, alleging they supported the FLDS Church's campaign of intimidation against former members there. The towns requested the trial be held in Utah because of travel costs, but a judge ruled that cost is minimal compared to the cost of fighting the case.
On the brink, Washington is nowhere closer to coming up with a plan to avoid the fiscal cliff. Tonight, the impact on your wallet.
Brutal beatdown. A detention officer is off the job after she's caught on camera beating an inmate. Tonight, the video of the attack on a teenager.
A holiday headache as Utahns prepare to fly for the holidays. Those who haven't bought their tickets already could be left out in the cold if they don't act fast.
Testing the theory.
Do you put up Christmas lights?
You drink eggnog. You do the mistletoe tradition.
Tonight, some BYU students put the message of mistletoe to the test.
Look at that. No, not that. That. No snow. Or is there this weekend? I'll be back in the studio to tell you about it after the break.
Non-stop news on ABC4. Back in 90 seconds.